round NFL mock draft, what I would do if I was the general manager of all 32 teams. And let's get this started. I'm gonna be doing trades, realistic trades in my mind, what I see that is fair. So please don't come for me in the comments. This is for fun. We are a little under a week away from the draft. I'm gonna go get something to drink because I know this is gonna be a long one. Okay, we are back. Let's enter the draft. Now, the first pick is an instant pick. The first pick of the 2021 NFL Draft is, of course, I'm going to see if you guys can see. Trevor Lawrence, quarterback out of Clemson. He's been the number one pick for quite a long time. It's just who and where he's going to go. Trevor Lawrence would fit perfectly in this system, in my mind. And Jaguars get their guy of the future. But before we get to the next pick, NFL draft needs by team 2021. I want to get a list of all the team needs. That way I can go off the list. The Jets need, their main need is a quarterback. And my second quarterback in this draft is going to be Zach Wilson. He was my second pick when I did my first round mock a couple weeks ago, maybe a month ago, and he's my first pick after Lawrence right now. Now, the San Francisco 49ers are an interesting team. They traded up to get a quarterback. Some people are saying that they shouldn't have traded up, or they should go Justin Fields, but I see that Mac Jones being their guy. Mac Jones fits their scheme more, and they get a baller. Now the Jags and the Jets and the 49ers have their QB. And this team is in a position where they might not be in the top 5 for a very long time again. Now the Atlanta Falcons, it says here that, hang on. Falcons, where you at? Okay. Tight end is a need here. Tight end is the number one need. So that makes me think that the Falcons should go Kyle Pitts, tight end out of Florida. In my original mock, I had him falling all the way down to Arizona. That's me being a little bit greedy. But Kyle Pitts to the Falcons should be a no-brainer right here, in my mind. You can let Matt Ryan get his guy, another weapon, and next year maybe trade up and draft a quarterback to sit behind Matt Ryan. Now the Cincinnati Bengals, they need O-line and they need a wide receiver. Yes, you have Trey Higgins and you have Tyler Boyd. You could go Penny Sewell, but I see Joe Burrow getting his boy Jamar Chase here. I have him going Penny Sewell in my mock, first round mock, but Jamar Chase to the Bengals, and the Bengals can get the best offensive tackle in round 2. That's a really, really good pick for the Bengals. Now, the Dolphins, they have 2 first-round picks this year. They need a wide receiver. They don't have anything that they're good on, but I see them going with the best player available for them on their board. Now, I'm trying to make sure that who's on their offensive line, because I haven't really looked at their depth chart recently. The Miami Dolphins, their offensive line is... yikes. You got Eric Flowers, DJ Fluker, Austin Jackson. So I think DJ Fluker played guard too, didn't he? Yeah, I'm pretty sure he played guard. So you can move him to guard, and the Miami Dolphins select Penny Sewell, offensive tackle out of Oregon. Dolphins get a baller at a tackle, one of the arguably best tackles in this draft, and they protect Tua. Because give Tua time, and you can get him a weapon in round later on in the next pick that you have in the first. Now the Detroit Lions are on the clock. They need a DB, they need a wide receiver, and they need an offensive tackle. Okay. DB, receiver, O tackle. Well, they just took Jeff Okudah, and I think that's a bad pick for them right there. DB, an offensive tackle. They could... Okay, I'm going to have them go Rashawn Slater, offensive tackle. That way they can protect Jared Goff for the future, because he's your quarterback for right now. Now, the Panthers are an interesting pick. Some people are saying that the Panthers were going to take a quarterback, and as of right now, we got some pretty good quarterbacks on the board. But this is where the first trade's going to come in. We're going to have the New England Patriots trade up, give up their first this year, their first next year, and a second this year to move up. New England Patriots are now on the clock. New England Patriots rush to the podium, and with the 8th pick, the New England Patriots select quarterback Trey Lance. They get their quarterback of the future, and all it did was cost them a first next year, and I believe a second this year too. Can we see the details of the trade? Broncos. Now see, it says the Broncos should go quarterback, but I think you should give Drew Lock another go. Make sure he has no excuses here. Give him another weapon. Or you can go get one of the best defensive players in the draft, and Micah Parsons. This is a tough one. I'm going to go Micah Parsons, linebacker out of Penn State for the Denver Broncos. Now, here's where it's going to get interesting. I'm going to have the Dallas Cowboys not go Patrick Surtain. I'm going to mix it up for them for a little, because I've seen a lot of people saying Patrick Surtain is going to be the first to be taken. But for me, it's going to be J.C. Horn, defensive back out of South Carolina. Now, I'm a Cardinal fan, as you can tell. Steve Smith, our general manager, said that he doesn't want to trade up that the DB class is really, really stacked, and the receiver class is really stacked. So I don't see us trading up at all. And the people that are saying we need O-line help, our offensive line is not that bad, really. We just got one of the best centers in the NFL, in Rodney Hudson. We have DJ Humphries coming back. We have Justin Pugh, Kevin Beecham, and Josh Jones are good. And the left guard is our really only question mark. I forgot who we signed. We can always sign somebody else at camp, and we can grow from that way. Now the Giants. The New York Giants. They need... wide receiver, edge rusher, DB. Okay. Daniel Jones. Wait, who's their... Who is their wide receivers? Because I don't think they need a wide receiver, do they? No, they don't. Okay, hang on. Give me 1 second, guys. Okay, so they got Kenny Golladay, John Ross, and Sterling Shepard. And Dante Pettis. They got 4 good receivers. And Barkley's coming back. They got Devontae Booker and Rashad Penny. So their running backs and the receivers are good. They got Kyle... Yeah. No. I think they need to go offensive tackle to protect and give Daniel Jones more time to throw that ball. So it's going to 100% going to be an offensive tackle right here. So Christian Darrisaw is going to be the pick for the New York Giants. Now, the Philadelphia Eagles. Yes, Jalen Hurts is going into his second year. If he doesn't pan out his second year, you can always move on from him. But you should build around Jalen Hurts, and you should give Jalen Hurts the best opportunity to succeed. And that's what I would do if I was the Philadelphia Eagles. I would take Devontae Smith, wide receiver out of Alabama. Now the Chargers. The Chargers are a team that they have a really good quarterback. They have Justin Fields. Not Justin Fields, I'm sorry. They have Justin Herbert. That's why I said Fields. And because Fields is still on the board. And if you go look, let's go look. They're not that bad of a team. I'm sorry, I'm a little sick, but I'm gonna get through this. Okay, they got Keenan Allen and Mike Williams. That's it, a wide receiver. And there's always wide receivers in round 2 you can take. You can maybe take a tight end in round 2. Because this wide receiver class is pretty stacked. You got Brian Berlaga. You got Corey Linsley as your center. Your guards. Hang on, who's the restricted free agents? Yeah, maybe Melvin Ingram's will come back. But your guards, you don't have good guards at all. I don't like any of those guards. Your first round pick last year was Justin Smith and Kenneth Murray. Okay, so what does this say that we should do? It says that we should go tackle, but I think Rashawn Slater is gone. Rashawn Slater's gone, and so is Christian Darrisaw, right? Yeah, both those guys are gone. So I would take a call, and that's what we're gonna do here. Chargers is gonna get a call from the Washington football team. This is gonna be the 19th pick, their second round pick, and their 4th round pick, and that's gonna go through the Washington football team. They need a QB. Obviously, they need a QB. Hang on. I'm putting this out. Okay, so Washington football team. We know who they're taking. You know who they're taking. There's only one quarterback worthy of a first-round pick on the board left, and that is quarterback Justin Fields. They're gonna try again with Ohio State, because I don't think he would have made a pass. Somebody would have moved up and got him. So they jumped the gun a little, because the Bears would have moved up and got him. Sorry, Bear fans. Your quarterback this year is gonna be Andy Dalton. Maybe you guys will suck enough, and you guys will get a new quarterback. Now I'm gonna get one of my friends in this chat. Because he is a Vikings fan. The Vikings just took Arizona's heart and soul of their defense, Patrick Peterson. Let's go look at the Vikings. Minnesota Vikings. Let's look at your roster. Kirk Cousins, he's the guy for now. I would say maybe you try and get your quarterback of the future, because I believe Cousins is in his mid-30s. Is he? No, he's okay. He's 32. Kirk Cousins is 32 years old. He's not that old, so you should build around him. Wide receiver wise, Adam Thielen and Justin Jefferson. You got two good receivers. You got Irv Smith Jr. at tackle. You guys took Mason Cole from Arizona. On top of taking Patrick Peterson. I still don't like you guys for doing that. You guys really upset me. Let's see what this thing says. This thing says interior O-line, edge, and tackle. Well, the Minnesota Vikings. Interior O-line, tackle, and edge. Well, is there anybody worthy of moving up for? Okay. I have the Minnesota Vikings taking Elijah Vera Tucker. And he can play tackle, he can play guard. This guy is a good fit, and it helps Kirk Cousins overall. It takes care of a big need. Now the Carolina Panthers don't waste no time. Patrick Surtain, arguably the best DB on the board, goes before Arizona. Which is going to trigger a call for Arizona. Okay, Arizona. You have the opportunity. Baltimore Ravens, let's say the 27th and the 30th. And let's do pick, it was 136A. 136 is the 4th round pick. Okay. So boom. Let's do that. Baltimore Ravens are on the clock. Ooh. Let's force this trade. Baltimore Ravens, you get, yes, you had to give up 2 first-round picks, but that is perfectly fine because you are about to go get yourself a #1 wide receiver, and Arizona was stingy. They are in win now mode, so they're gonna try and get all the weapons they can for Kyler Murray, and that's two additional two first round picks. You guys move up how many spots? You move up like 9, 10 spots, and you get Jalen Waddle, wide receiver out of Alabama, and now that gives Lamar Jackson, Hollywood Brown, and Waddle, who both have good connections with each other. Amazing for the Baltimore Ravens. Amazing. Give me 1 second. Okay. It's the Las Vegas Raiders, I believe. They need a tackle, interior D-line, linebacker. Okay, well, the Raiders. The Raiders are going to go Christian Barrymore, the best defensive lineman in the class. No question there. Now, the Miami Dolphins, didn't I have them going, where did they go? They went Penny Sewell. Okay. They went a tackle in with their first pick. Now the second pick, let's have them take. Let's just give that defense some help. Jeremiah Owusu-Koramoah or Elijah Moore. You know what? We're gonna go Jeremiah Owusu-Koramoah. That way, boom. Because there's gonna be good. Those wide receivers will be there in round 2. And now I'm gonna have the Chargers, LA Chargers. He's gone. All those guys are gone. And it says go tackle. Are there any tackles? I'm going to have Taven Jenkins, offensive tackle, out of Oklahoma State, be the guy for the Chargers. Yes, if you are just joining us, I'm going to go a little rundown of the first 20 picks. We had Trevor Lawrence going number 1 overall to the Jacksonville Jaguars. We have Zach Wilson going number 2. We have Mac Jones going number 3. The 4th pick was a shocker. Kyle Pitts, tight end, going to the Falcons. The 5th pick is Jamar Chase reuniting with his brethren from LSU and Joe Burrow. You got Penny Sewell going to Miami. You have Rashawn Slater going to protect Jared Goff. You had our first trade in Trey Lance becoming a New England Patriot. That cost a first, and a next year, and I believe a second this year as well. You have Micah Parsons going to the Denver Broncos to help groom and get ready to take over for the man known as Von Miller. You have, I'm doing another shout out. You have J.C. Horn shocking everybody, being the first DB taken and going to Dallas. You have Christian Darius going to the Giants because the Giants don't need another wide receiver. They got some good receivers. You got Devontae Smith being the next receiver taken. You got Justin Fields being the second trade with the Los Angeles Chargers. You have Elijah Vera Tucker going to protect and save Kirk Cousins from getting laid out in that very scary division. You have Patrick Surtain becoming the newest Carolina Panther. You have Jalen Waddle being in the next trade with Arizona that cost 2 firsts and I believe a 4th to move up. You have Christian Barrymore going to the Vegas Raiders. You have Jeremiah Owusu-Koramoah becoming a Miami Dolphin. And you have Tevin Jenkins going to protect Justin Herbert. Let me know what you guys think in the comments down below so far. We are just getting started with this draft. We just had a comment from my little niece. She loves it. She's using my other account in my room. Macy, I love you. Give me one quick second. Hey guys, what's up? It's me. I'm doing a live stream of a 7-round NFL mock draft. What I would do if I was a GM of each and every single team with trades, realistic or semi-realistic. Go watch it. Bananas Epic Gaming 7-round mock draft. We're a couple of days away from the draft, and I'm in the middle of it. So come show some love. Become a subscriber. I'm going to take like a little break real quick. I need to blow my nose and go to the bathroom. Okay, yeah, so after every round, I'm gonna take like a couple-minute break and go use the bathroom if I have to go. Okay, let's get back into it. Okay, so the well, hold on. What the heck? Oh, that's weird. So I got some drinks, so let's get back into it. So the Chicago Bears. They missed out on all the QBs, so let's have them take Greg Newsome II, defensive back out of Northwestern University. He's a good player, and he helps them get what they need. The next team is the Indianapolis Colts. They need an edge rusher. They need a wide receiver. Michael Pittman. Michael Pittman's a really, really, really good player. I'm one of the biggest Michael Pittman supporters. And I really want him to succeed in the NFL. And I'm trying to. Now this guy, I'm gonna pick right here. See, I'm stuck between Pittman and Bateman. What did I say? No. Okay, I'm gonna go Rashad Bateman, give Michael Pittman and T.Y. Hilton another squad member to catch some balls with. Okay, the Tennessee Titans. The Tennessee Titans, I believe, yeah, they need DB help desperately. And they also need wide receiver and tackle. They lost Corey Davis. So let's go. Hang on. Who are the Titans? Wait, who do the Titans take? And I'm gonna do another. I would do. Okay. I put it on Twitter. I put it on Facebook. I put it on Instagram. That should be enough. Now the Titans. Titans need they need to fix that problem that they had with Isaiah Wilson. In case some of you don't know, Isaiah Wilson got released because he's not that good and he's lazy. So they need to go get a tackle, and because by the time they are on the board again, all the good tackles are going to be gone. And that's what they do with Dylan Raduna's tackle out of North Dakota State. Now, the New York Football Giants. See the Jets. They're going to take a risk. Caleb Farley for the Jets. Or, no. Kwity Paye. I was so close to letting them take a Caleb Farley, but now they need to get a running back, and that's what they're going to do here. They're going to replace James Conner, who came over from Pittsburgh to Arizona, and they get Najee Harris, running back out of Alabama. Now this team, I would listen to people that want to trade up. So the Buffalo Bills are going to give up a first and a third to move up. I believe it's 6 spots. Buffalo Bills are moving up, and they're taking Caleb Farley. Caleb Farley is a Buffalo Bill. Now, the Cleveland Browns. The Cleveland Browns did something that most people thought they would not do. The Cleveland Browns won a playoff game. Cleveland Browns are getting really, really, really good. And I believe they picked up the 5th-year option for Baker Mayfield, if I'm not correct. Now, the Browns. Let's look at them real quick. They need an edge rusher, interior D-line, wide receiver, DB. Now, if you go look, there's only been, one edge rusher taken in the whole draft so far? And that's about to change, because I have them going Jason Owe from Penn State. Now, my team, the Arizona Cardinals. They need tight end, D-line, and DB. They're going to take one player that I really, really hope that they do end up taking. But and that is and that's Asante Samuel Jr. to the Arizona Cardinals. Now the Saints. The Saints are Drew Brees. Drew Brees is not here anymore. So we're going to have him take Elijah Moore. Because I believe the Saints... Hang on. Yeah, DB wide receiver. Let's look at the other DBs. Yeah. It's gonna have to be a wide receiver. It's gonna be Terrence Marshall. They're gonna get a guy that's close to their home. Now, we're about to make A-Rod extremely happy, and that's gonna be drafting Elijah Moore from Mississippi. Aaron Rodgers, all he's asked for is drafting me a wide receiver. Give me another weapon. I'm gonna ask for my good friend Pat Daddy's opinion. Let's look at the trade offers. Yeah, Kansas City traded their first round pick to the Ravens for Orlando Brown. God. See, here's the problem with that. Who's a better fit, Elijah Moore or Bateman? I would say Bateman, right? Give me 1 second. Okay, I had to go get an anti-nausea because my stomach hurts. Let's see, I'm asking for opinions. Because this is a team that could literally take a receiver. They're like 1 or 2 players away from making the Super Bowl. Easily, hands down. They need to give Aaron Rodgers more weapons and surround Aaron Rodgers with weapons. That way you don't waste his best years. Let's look at Elijah Moore's, and I'm sorry, I'm going to try, I might be gone like 1 or 2 more times, but other than that, I'm not. Unless it's the break for the bathroom. See, Moore's good, but, see, that's the thing, that both named Moore. Okay, hang on. I'm gonna wait for those guys and Mitch should be back. Okay. Okay, who's bigger? Okay, let's get back to it. Rondell. Okay. Everybody's saying Rondell. I talked to my friend on the phone. He says Rondell too. Rondell Moore. Okay. Now, the Jacksonville Jaguars. They took Trevor Lawrence with #1 overall. Tackle, safety, receiver. I guess we can go Elijah Moore, wide receiver. So both can go back to back right there. Now the Arizona Cardinals got this pick with trading down with the Baltimore Ravens. See if the card. I'm gonna go Gregory Rousseau for Arizona. Now the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. The Tampa Bay Buccaneers. They have Tom Brady. They just came off a Super Bowl win. He's gone. He's gone. He's gone. I mean, they could go D-line. D-line would not be a bad pick for them right here. But yeah. Okay. I'm gonna have. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. Tampa Bay. Where are they at? Wide receiver and edge rusher. They need an edge rusher. That's who they're gonna get with AZZ. Okay. Now we're in round 2. We're gonna do a quick little recap of this first round. We have Trevor Lawrence going to the Jaguars. We have Zach Wilson. We have Mac Jones, Kyle Pitts, Jamar Chase, Penny Sewell, Rashawn Slater. Patriots trading up, taking Trey Lance. We have Denver taking Micah Parsons. We have J.C. Horn going to the Cowboys in the second shock pick of the night. We have Christian Darius, Devontae Smith, Justin Fields trading up with the Chargers. We have Elijah Vera Tucker. We have Patrick Surtain. We have Jalen Waddle getting traded to the Ravens by the trade. That's why I said traded. Oh, I'm sorry. We have Christian Barrymore going to the Vegas Raiders. We have my back is just Tevin Jenkins going to the Chargers. We have Greg Newsome II going to the Bears. That's because the quarterbacks were all taken. We have Rashad Bateman becoming Michael Pittman's new receiver buddy. We got Dylan Radunas. We got Kwity Paye. We got Caleb Farley. We got Jason Uwe. We got Asante Samuels going to Arizona, which I really hope happens in real life. We got Terrence Marshall and Rondell Moore and Elijah Moore, 3 receivers in a row. We got Gregory Rousseau going to the Cardinals to booster that pass rush. And we got AZZ going to the Buccaneers. Now, with that being said, the Jacksonville Jaguars are on the clock. Jacksonville, they could listen for somebody, but I'm going to have the Cincinnati Bengals trade up a couple picks, give up a fourth next year, pick 111 and pick 38. They're going to move up 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 6 spots, and that should be good. Now they can go get a tackle before the tackles start flying off the board, and they take Sammy Cosme to protect Joe Burrow. Now you got Kwity Paye and Zach Wilson going to the Jets. That's who the Jets got. Jets could listen for a call here, or they could take the best player that they think will help them succeed in the long run. Let's see what they say right here. Quarterback is their first need, and they need a DB. They need help in the backfield. So, let's go look at the DBs that they have available. Nobody worth it. I mean, Eric Stokes should be a good pick right here. The Atlanta Falcons, I believe, they took Kyle Pitts. Kyle Pitts was the first one. DB edge rusher. Let's go offensive tackle Walker Little for the Atlanta Falcons. Now, I need to turn the cooler on. Last time for at least 10 minutes, I promise. Okay, I had to lock my front and back doors. I had the Dolphins going Penny Sewell, and then a linebacker. Dolphins. They got a guard. So the Dolphins need a wide receiver right here. Or wait, who's the running back? The running back for the Dolphins? Nobody good. Alright, this is an instant pick right here. Dolphins are going to get Tua a weapon. It's not going to be a wide receiver. It's going to be a running back. And that running back is Javonte Williams. Javonte. Now the Eagles. What did the Eagles get in the first round? Philly went Devontae Smith. So they are pulling the trigger. And they're going to get Zaven Collins, linebacker from Tulsa. Now the Jacksonville Jaguars. Again. Excuse me. Dallas is moving up. Ooh, why not? We're forcing this trade. Dallas is going to move up. Dallas, I believe they went. Who did they go in the first round? J.C. Horn. I believe. Huh. You know what? I'm not gonna get my lighter so I can light a candle. Okay, and back. Now, the Dallas Cowboys. CB. O tackle. They won Jason Horn in the first round. Okay, this time I'm for real. No more leaving until the fourth round. They need to get a tackle. And Alex Leatherwood. Protect Dak Prescott at all costs. And that's exactly what they're going to do here, because Dak Prescott is basically playing on one foot. If you missed that game last year, Dak Prescott literally almost died. No, hat's going back on. Okay, let's get into it. No more. Panthers. Who did the Panthers take in the first round? Patrick Surtain. They took my boy Patrick. What do they need? Tackle. They need a tackle as well. Then we're gonna go Liam Eichenberg. The Broncos. They went with what's his name? Micah Parsons in the first round. They needed CB and a QB, but QB, no. CB is exactly where they're gonna go in the second round, and they're gonna take Kevin Joseph, defensive back out of Kentucky. Detroit Lions, they went Rashawn Slater, and I'm going to have them go take the first safety, or I'm having to take Jim Phillips. New York Football Giants, who do they go in the first round? And they need a tackle, edge rusher, wide receiver, according to this website, and they went tackle. So maybe an edge rusher. Yeah. Let's go. Carlos Bassman Jr. San Francisco 49ers. They went with Dolphins are going to trade up. Give up 2 picks next year and a pick this year. That is back on the Dolphins are back on the clock. Dolphins, they got Javonte Williams. We got that linebacker, and they got Penny Sewell. So the Dolphins, they're trying to give Tua as much weapons as they can, because the Dolphins, they want to win before Belichick starts to get guys and starts to get more better. So they went tackle. They got a tackle. They got a linebacker, which is in their third, and they got a running back. Wide receiver, maybe they can go wide receiver here. I personally wouldn't. And I would go build that defense, because defense wins championships. I would take Trayvon, that safety from TCU. Now the good old Jacksonville Jaguars, they traded down with Cincinnati because Cincinnati wanted to jump on and get their tackle. They got Elijah Moore. And they got Trevor Lawrence. So they got a wide receiver, QB, and a tackle. So far it's been all offense. And that's 3 of their top needs for the Jaguars. I think they're in the South. Let's go running back right here. Or linebacker. Oh. Let's get some defense help. They're gonna take defense player. My bad. Nick Bolton from Missouri. And they got back-to-back picks. Now they can take Elijah Molden from Washington. So they get. So they're. Jacksonville's winning the draft right here, ladies and gentlemen. Trevor Lawrence, Elijah Molden, or Elijah Moore, and they got Sammy Cosby in their first 3 picks. And they come back and they get a good safety in Elijah Molden, and they get Nick Bolton to add some juice to that defense. Let's go back and let's look at their roster real quick. Because Urban Meyer's a first-year head coach. He's getting his quarterback in Trevor Lawrence. People are going to want to come play for and with Trevor Lawrence. They're going to build a championship mentality in Jacksonville, with those picks being the way to go. Now, with Elijah Moore on there, with DJ Chalk and Philip Dorsett and Marvin Jones being the leader, you can start hoping for the best. Now the Carolina Panthers are on the clock. They're going to go tight end Patrick Freiermuth. Probably butcher that name. Give your boy Sam Darnold players. That's exactly what you do with that pick. Chargers. Chargers are on the clock. They went Tevin Jenkins. What I would do if I was the Chargers, they have to go DB here. Or they can go and find Melvin Gordon's replacement, and they do, with Ronnie Perkins being their pick. I had the Oakland Raiders, the Las Vegas Raiders going linebacker. They can go interior D-line, or they can go offensive tackle here. And wait, who's their... Excuse me. Have they replaced him? Because the Raiders traded away Ronnie Hudson, Miller, and Carter. Oh, okay, yeah. And Nick Martin is a good center. Okay, so they need to go to interior offensive line right here. And I have them taking White Davis from Ohio State. The Cardinals are on the clock. Cardinals are a team that Cardinals traded with Pittsburgh. Pittsburgh just gave Cardinals a third, which is what the Cardinals were looking for. Pittsburgh's back on the clock, and I have them going quarterback Kyle Trask to sit behind Big Ben for a year. Now the San Francisco 49ers are back on the clock. They went Mac Jones in the first round. They traded this down into the second. Now the 49ers are going to take Richie Grant, safety out of Florida State University. What's up, Anthony? Give me 1 second. God, I don't feel good. Now the Los Angeles Chargers are back on the clock. Chargers, they went, I believe they got a edge rusher. They got their tackle of the future. They got to go DB. Hey, Anthony, do you want me to go over the draft so far? So you can see the picks that you missed. I have the Chargers going Efot from Syracuse. Okay, we are at the quarterway point of the second round. We're going to go over the draft. Let me know what you guys think so far. Pick number 1 is, surprise, 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 it's Trevor Lawrence, quarterback out of Clemson. Pick number 2 is Zach Wilson from BYU. We got the scrub Mac Jones going to the Niners with their first shock of the night. Kyle Pitts going to the Falcons. We got Jamar Chase going to Cincinnati. Joe Burrow gets his boy Jamar Chase in Cincinnati. Penny Sewell goes to the Miami Dolphins. We got a trade, ladies and gentlemen. Trey Lance going to the Patriots, and that only cost him a first and I believe a third. Anthony, just wait until you see who I got you. Micah Parsons. If you guys don't know, Anthony is a Bengals fan, and the Bengals got the 5th best tackle and the 1st best receiver. Where were we? Micah Parsons going to the Broncos. We got J.C. Horn being a shock and going to the Cowboys because the Cowboys are stupid. They're not going to draft the best player. We got Christian Darrisaw going to the Giants. Devontae Smith going to the Philadelphia Eagles. Justin Fields taking that QB spot in Washington, or whatever they're going to call themselves. I'm hoping for Red Wolves. We got Elijah Vera Tucker going to the Minnesota Vikings. We got Patrick Surtain II going to the Carolina Panthers, which triggered Arizona to take a call, and the Baltimore Ravens really, really wanted to move up, because I'm hearing rumors from the Ravens camp, from the Ravens fan base, and apparently from the Ravens front office that they are in love with Jalen Waddle. That costed them 2 first-round picks to move up 13 spots I believe, and a fourth. We got Christian Barrymore going to the Vegas Raiders. We got Jeremiah Owusu-Koramoah going to the Dolphins. We got the Chargers taking Jenkins. We got Gregory Newsome going to the Chicago Bears. Rashad Bateman becoming the duo with my boy Mike Pitt. We got Kyle Quiddy going to the Jets. We got Najee Harris going to the Steelers. And maybe the Steelers will suck and they will take a QB next year. We got Caleb Farley going to the going to the Bills. I'm iffy on that one because I want him to play for Arizona, but then I don't because of that big red flag. He just had back surgery, and he should be ready by OTAs. We got Jason Uwa going to the Cleveland Browns. We got a guy that I really want Arizona to draft, Asante Samuel Jr., going to the Cardinals. We got Terrence Marshall going to the Saints. And this next pick came out of the Facebook group NFL Mock Draft. I'm in a group chat with a bunch of guys. I asked them, what receiver would you take? And they all said Rondale Moore. You make Aaron Rodgers happy, and maybe you can trade Jordan Love to whoever needs a quarterback to make Aaron Rodgers even more happy. We got Elijah Moore going to the Jacksonville Jaguars. Get Trevi, another weapon. We got Arizona Cardinals getting their second first-round pick in and taking pass rusher Gregory Rousseau, who 4 or 5 months ago was ranked to be a top 10 pick. And now he's fallen because of the pro days and not having the combine. We have Cincinnati. Anthony, are you ready for this? Are you here, Anthony? Say something if you're here. I think I pissed him off, so I think he left. We got Cincinnati Bengals getting the third best offensive tackle in my mind, Sammy Cosmi. The only difference is between Sammy Cosmi and Penny Sewell is that I think Cosmi weighs a little more. Sammy Cosmi will be a tremendous addition for the Cincinnati Bengals. And not only do you get a good tackle, you get Jamar Chase. So the Bengals, they really hit it off. No, he does not. Sammy Cosmi was ranked the second best tackle into his pro day. Then we got Eric Stokes going to the Jets. We got Walker Little going to the Falcons. We got the guy that most Cardinal fans were hardcore dick riding. Sorry for my language, YouTube. Please don't flag me. Javonte Williams. We got Zaven Collins, who most people in the Cardinals community want going to the Eagles. We got Alex Leatherwood trying to protect and save Dak Prescott's foot. We got Liam Eckenberg going to the Panthers to save Sam Darnold's job. We got the Broncos taking Calvin Joseph. Jalen Phillips going to the Detroit Lions. We got Carlos Bassam Jr. going to the New York Football Giants. We got Trayvon Boeing going to the Miami Dolphins. And we have the Jacksonville Jaguars, thanks to Dallas and Minnesota, having back-to-back picks. They get Nick Bolton, the top 5 linebacker in the draft, and they got Elijah Molden, the second best safety in the draft. Thanks, you guys. We got Pat going to the Carolina Panthers from a trade, from when they traded up to get, the Patriots traded up to get their QB. We got Ronnie Perkins taking Melvin Gordon's place in L.A. We got the Wyatt Davis taking the place of all the linemen the Vegas Raiders have lost. And we got the Steelers taking the new quarterback, Anthony. Get ready, Anthony. You are going to be dealing with Kyle Trask for the next 15 years. Which means the Steelers might suck. I know that makes you happy. Smash the like button and that makes you happy, brother. And then we got Richie Grant, the top safety in the draft, going to the losers 49ers. Kyle Trask, Trask. And we got the Chargers getting a DB to replace all the DBs they lost. Now the Chicago Bears are on the clock. The Chicago Bears, they normally take a tackle, wide receiver, CB. I was about to trade with the Bears, but it makes more sense. The Ravens are obviously in win now mode. They want to give Lamar Jackson as much weapons as they can, and that's why I had them going wide receiver after all the good QBs got taken off in round 1. And the Bears, they took Gregory Newsome. He's my 4th ranked corner. And they need a wide receiver, tackle, guard, center. Center and CB. Now, let's go look at the Chicago Bears linebacker. Let's go look at their roster. Hey, Anthony, do you want to come over on Wednesday night? And we can watch Mortal Kombat and we can do a live stream, one for you. After class. Chicago Bears. Okay. Linebackers. I'll get us some, yeah. I got some Seagrams in my room. Khalil Mack. Yeah, okay. I'm about to fix that right now. So the next pick for the Chicago Bears is going to be Jamin Davis from Kentucky. Their linebackers are freaking trash, man. Speaking of trash, the Titans, they need some help. No, it's not. That's alcohol, Anthony. Seagrams is alcohol. It's flavored alcohol. Titans had... Okay, I haven't taken a tackle. Because they arguably got the best running back in the NFL. So... Wait a minute. Yeah, Steelers traded with us. That's why we traded down. I got another pick on top of that. So, I'm going to go Domain Brown to replace, what's his name? Later, brother. Hey, just hold up real quick. Stay until the end of round 2. I have Indianapolis Colts going edge rusher Peyton Turner. Alright, Cardinals, you guys should be running to the stadium, to the post. Cardinals select wide receiver Kadarius Toney to maybe take Larry's plays, because I think Larry's done. Larry, thank you, man. Oh, wait a minute. No, that's hard. That's hard. Do we go wide receiver, or do we go Travis Etienne? No, Travis Etienne is the pick here. I'm sorry. Russell Wilson has to deal with J.J. Watt. He has to deal with Aaron Donald. He has to deal with Chandler Jones. He has to deal with Nick Bosa. He has to deal with all those guys coming at him. So I'm going to have him go Jackson Cameron, offensive tackle, out of Clemson. Now the Rams, they're finally on the clock, and they're going to go and snag a good linebacker in Jabril Cox from LSU. Cardinals should be making a call real quick. Cardinals going to try to trade up with the Kansas City Chiefs. We have pick 87. Pick 87. Let's give up that and a third next year, and a fifth the following year for that. I'm gonna force that pick. Cardinals are on the clock. Cardinals rush to the stadium. Tre'Davious Toney, wide receiver out of Florida. Welcome to the team, baby. Cleveland Browns. The Cleveland Browns are on the clock. They're going to go... That's interesting. Cleveland are in the NFC North. Wide receiver, right? Who did they take with the first pick? They took an edge rusher. You know what? No. We're going to go... Darius Washington from TCU. Saints. South. Saints going to get Joseph Usa. D-line. We're going to go Alim McNeil from North Carolina State. Packers. You got to get Leonard Dickerson, I believe, right? North. Creed Humphrey. Kansas City Chiefs. Who the hell do they think? Wow, okay, so Kansas City, they got Orlando Brown. Give me 1 second, leave mine anywhere. Okay, I need to go get some toilet paper. Okay, I'm gonna try to do a speed run through these. I'm gonna give myself a minute per pick. From now on, Kansas City Chiefs, they went and got Orlando Brown Jr. and they traded. That's a tackle. They need to get a guard. Or they could listen to some calls. 49ers give up the second. 102. '49ers give up 3 picks to move up. We're going to force that trade. San Francisco 49ers are back on the clock. 49ers. They took Mac Jones with the first pick. Then they took Richie Grant. And now they're back on the clock. They're going to take a DB, Aaron Robinson, out of UCF. Now the Tampa Bay Buccaneers are on the clock. They took Azizi. And now they're going to take Jamar Johnson out of Indiana. Now the Jacksonville Jaggies are on the clock. I believe the Jaguars are having a tremendous draft right here. If I was the Jaguars GM right now, how would you rate me? Am I doing good? Let's get a little recap of the Jaguars real quick. Jaguars, they took Trevor Lawrence, #1 overall. They took Elijah Moore, and they came back, traded with Cincinnati. Cincinnati gave up some picks, and they moved down, and then they got Nick Bolton and Elijah Molden in round 2. And then Cardinals got Travis Etienne. They traded up again, and they got Tre'Davious Toney. Now that leaves them on the clock. And I would take I gotta go linebacker. Linebacker or what? Safety? I'm gonna go Andre Cisco. Safety out of Stanford. Wait, the Jets won't trade within the division. Yeah, the Jets won't trade within the division. So we're gonna go QB, edge rusher, DB, QB, edge rusher, DB, QB, edge rusher, DB. Okay, they got the #1 need in QB. They got an edge rusher and they got a DB. Running back. Okay, right now would be a good time to get your running back. And the guy that I think would be perfect for them is still on the board, and that's Michael Carter. The Texans, this franchise is a joke. Everybody should be fired. So they're going to take Rashad Weaver and try and replace J.J. Watt, which is impossible because J.J. Watt is arguably one of the best linebackers, D-linemen, people that they've ever had, and they let him go because they're fucking stupid. Tackle, tight end, tackle and tight end, tackle and tight end, baby. Okay, that takes care of that. Now let's go look at the NFC South. They got a tight end and they got a tackle, DB, edge rusher, DB, edge rusher. I'll go Javon Holland out of Oregon, right here. And now the Philadelphia Eagles linebacker. Let's go look at the linebackers. I'll say Chaz Sartate is a good pick for the Bengals here. Bengals. Let's look at the Bengals real quick. They went out and they got Jamar Chase. Then they came back in round 2 and they got Sammy Cosme. And they just got a stud at linebacker. Bengals are in a tremendous position right now. The Philadelphia Eagles, they need is CB. We're going to go Trey Gowan. Broncos. They went and they got Micah Parsons. I'm sorry. They got Micah Parsons in round 1. Came back and they got Calvin Joseph in round 2. So that takes care of 2 big needs for them. And I'm going to have them take Landon Dickerson, center out of Alabama. Now this guy is a stud who I'm about to draft for the Lions if that's what they need. They got Rashawn Slater. And they got Jalen Phillips. Okay. Boom. And they need a wide receiver. Desperately. And Amaras St. Brown is going to be playing against his brother because his brother plays for Green Bay. Now, the Panthers. They went out and they got Rashawn Slater in round 1. Round 2, they went back-to-back tackle. Did they? No, they didn't. My bad. They went tackle and they went CB. That takes care. That takes care of 2 big needs for them. But Panthers. We're forcing this trade. Jaguars are back on the clock. Jaguars, they came out with Trevor Lawrence. Then they came back and they got Elijah Moore. Then they came as traded with and got Sammy Cosme to the Bengals. Then they came back with Bolton and Molden. Then in round 3, they just got Andre Cisco. So they completely, revamped their safeties. They got a good 2 great safeties. Let me see. They're in the NFC South. Tackle, safety, quarterback, receiver. So all that is done, and now they can go out and they have a running back. Maybe a DB would be good here to go with C.J. Henderson. And that's what they do. Tyson Campbell is now a Jacksonville Jaguar. 49ers are back. Would be on the clock here, but they traded with the Washington football team. Chicago Bears are going to be calling, and they're going to be trying to move up to get a position of need, but they say no. I don't think that they will trade here. Yes, they got Justin Fields as their quarterback. And they... Wait, do they even have a second round? But what happened to the second round pick? Oh yeah, they had to move up. I forgot about that. They moved up and they traded their second round pick to us. So this is the first time in day 2 they're on. So they got a quarterback. Washington football team. I'm just gonna call them the Washington Red Wolves. That is who I hope that their team becomes, because I believe, and these new pants are irritating me. I believe that's what the favorite to win is. Adam Humphries is a receiver. They don't have that many good receivers. Yikes. Ryan Fitzpatrick and Kyle Allen are their top QBs. Dang. Washington. Dang, man. Dang, 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 dang. You need to go wide receiver here. Or do you trade down and try and accumulate more picks? Okay, yeah, there we go. Chicago Bears are back on the clock. Chicago, if you remember, I'm gonna do this every time we have a trade. Newsom, Davis, Davis. Andy Dalton's their guy. Okay, football team needs a tackle, right? Or do they need interior O-line too? Yeah, they need interior O-line too. So Quentin Marinas would be a perfect pick right here for them. Dallas, safety, CB, linebacker, tackle. Thomas Graham Jr. would be my pick here. So you go DB in round 3. Round 2, you go tackle. In round 1, you go obviously shock everybody, and you go J.C. Horn. So you get 2 DBs to grow with each other in this draft. On the clock, the New York Football Giants are on the clock. I would go Brady Christensen, tackle. Patriots had to forfeit their pick right there. Ooh. Cardinals are on the clock. They did some trading, baby. Cardinals, they have a first, second, third, and they lose their fourth, fifth, and seventh next year. In 2023, they got a first, second, they lose their third and seventh the following year. So let's see. The Raiders are going to come calling. Let's say third next year, 2/3 and a seventh. So 3/3 and a seventh. Boom. 106 and a third. Force that trade. Boom. Card. Oh. Cardinals traded up, and the Panthers made them an offer. They get one of their picks back for an upcoming draft. And I believe they're in the NFC South. So DBCB. We're going to give Josh Palmer from Tennessee to the Panthers. Martin Williams from Louisiana Tech. Now the Raiders are going to get Kendrick Green. On top of that, they're going to also take Joe Tyron. Let's go look at that Cardinal pick again. The Arizona Cardinal pick. Arizona, they 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So they lost. They traded up, traded back down, got a third round pick for next year back, but they lose their seventh. So they got a first, second, third. They lose a fourth and the fifth. Fourth, fifth, and seventh. So they lose 3 picks for the following for 2023. I could probably get us a fifth if we trade back down later on. Okay, but the football team. Continue to build that D-line, baby. Oh, no. That wasn't the football team. That was the Miami Dolphins. Miami Dolphins got another D-lineman. They got a good D-lineman. So they go, Sewell. Linebacker. Javonte. Safety. And interior D-line. Now I'll go Trey Smith here, and I'll go Bobby Brown the third. Philly. Cade Johnson, easy. Benjamin St. Just. Now the Jets. Now this is a team that is also having a good draft. Zach Wilson and Kwity Paye in the first. Second, you get Eric Stokes. Third, you get Michael Carter. And now, Stokes, Carter, Paye. Boom. 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 So offensive tackle and wide receivers are their top needs right now. I'll get Jalen. No. Let's go look at the tackles. Jalen Mayfield. Kansas City. Khalil Herbert for Kansas City. For the LA Rams, they need a linebacker. Pete Werner. Cleveland Browns. Cameron Sample. The Minnesota Vikings. Interior D-line. Tommy. We got... Wait. Oh. Cleveland Browns are back on the clock. I'm going to go backup QB. Davis Mills. Green Bay Packers are back on the clock. Easy pick. Ben Cleveland. Help Aaron Rodgers out. You got Aaron Rodgers as a good weapon. And now tight end. Obviously, you guys know where I'm going with this. My name's Jordan in real life. Brevlin Jordan. Welcome to the Cardinals. The Baltimore Ravens. Just gonna Stone Fourths. And then we got Deo. Cleveland, the New England Patriots, I'm sorry. Patrick Johnson. Arizona Cardinals, you need to get some depth on the defensive line. That's exactly what you do here with Marvin Wilson. Saints. See, too bad there's not like a little thing where you can just pick the teams. Okay, Marshall. Osai. Marshall and Osai so far. Let's do Tommy Tremble. Browning. Tennessee Titans. You need a tackle. So you have to wait. I'll go get one. I'm gonna go get Richard Wild Goose. Lions, some receiving depth. Jalen. Kansas City Chiefs. They didn't have it first. Kansas City. They got Herbert. Wow, they really haven't been on the clock. We're gonna beef up that D-line. Trey Brown from Oklahoma. Simply because you need to beef up that defense. Trey Sermon and the Saints are on the clock at the end of the third round. And we're going to have the Saints get Monty Rice. Cardinals. Now the Cardinals are having a good draft. Let's look at the Cardinals draft again. I'm going to do this every now and then from now on. They traded down, got 2 first-round picks, got a third-round pick, and I believe a fourth. They got Asante Samuel Jr., they got Gregory Rousseau on the first. Stellar. Excuse me. Then you come to the second round. They trade down again. Got Travis Etienne. Traded up, and they got Kadarius Toney. Stellar. Third round comes around. Yada yada yada. They trade into the third round, and they got Brevin Jordan, and they got Marvin Wilson. Also, let me see what else. We got Asante Samuel. We got Kadarius Toney. We got Brevin Jordan. We got an interior D-line. So, and Gregory Rousseau. So we got one. We got that one. We got that one. We got that one. We got that one. That one. That one. And that one. Okay. Let's look at linebackers and let's look for some balls right now. Linebackers. Anybody here? We get another pass rusher. You cannot have enough pass rushers in this one. We can move J.J. Watt into D-line to nose tackle. We can have boom, boom, boom. We can have him rotate out. We're going to get Wallace, another weapon. We're going to get Moden. So like rounds 4, 5, and 6 is where you start to see depth. I'm going to get Chris Evans. Captain America. The Browns. Justin Hillard. The Jaguars are on the clock again. Let's give them... Cornell Powell. The Lions? Did they take a QB first round? I don't think so. Right? No. So wide receiver. I'm in wide receiver. My bad. Amari Rogers. So right now I'm gonna have a little run on QB on wide receivers. And then we're gonna get a safety right here. Dallas. Ombre Thomas. Another DB. Dallas is going defensive back heavy. They just drafted 3 straight DBs back to back to back. Because their defense sucked last year. And that's me being nice. Offensive tackle. You have to get offensive tackle. Kansas City. Chris Rumpf II. Chargers. Go down here. Her interior O-line. David Moores. Right here, Nico Collins. Patriots. Marlon Tulip. Raiders. Trade. Titans move up. To get Dante Brown. They're really trying to make up for that big mistake of a player named Isaiah Wilson. Patriots. What happened to what's his name? Patrick Jones II. See, they should make it so you can see who you have drafted. I'm trying to think. They want DB round 3, round 2. Linebacker, round 2, DB linebacker. And I believe we went DB linebacker. Okay, I'm not taking a wide receiver, a quarterback. He's not that bad of a QB, guys. Come on. I'm going to go Gillespie. Hunter Long. D-line. D-line. D-line tackle. Is that right? Yeah, that's right. Let's look at the guards. Aaron Banks. Edge rusher. Guard. Edge rusher. Guard. Guard. We have 2 guards. D-line, edge rusher, guard. So we're in the AFC West. Guide. Tier D-line. Boom, boom. Okay. So we could go O tackle. Deontay Smith. Okay, so I got my boy Michael Pittman, a playmate, to help him. Paulson Adebo. Easy pick right there. Marco Wilson. Seattle Seahawks. Seattle Seahawks. They need to get edge rushers. They need to beef up that defense, and they need to beef up that O line. Or else Russell Wilson is going to be laying on his ass. I'll be right back. I'll be right back, you guys. I'm gonna go on a brief intermission. I'll be back at 3:30. 4. Okay. I'm back. So, as I was saying, what the hell? Panthers. Okay, Panthers. Give me 1 second. Okay, sorry about that, you guys. I'm trying to help my mom and dad order breakfast for me and all of them. Okay, so the Panthers, Devon Nixon. Ravens, they're gonna get Max Mine. So we're getting some back-to-back wide receivers. Shaun Wade is still on the board. Wow, I didn't even notice that. I'm going to try to power through 5 and then power through 6. Okay. Kansas City getting another offensive lineman, Terrell Williams. Alright, now Arizona's going to try and trade up right here for the 46. We can give up this one. And we can give up our 2 7s. We get that. And a 4th next year. Just like that. Boom. Shaun Wade. Daniel DJ. We're gonna get Coachella. I'll be right back. Yes. What? Okay, guys, I'm gonna power through. Okay, Falcons. Took another CB. D lineman for Cincinnati. Or wait a minute, tight end. They need a tight end, don't they? McKetty. Drew Jolliman. Arizona's on the clock. I forced that trade a little. Yeah. I don't care. But Arizona, boom. Broncos. Arizona gets another pick. And the Broncos and them swap picks. But they took Trucker Tony, the guy we wanted. You Broncos. Alright, let's go get Lark Jackson. Good pickup. Good pickup. I think Kyrus Tonga would be good for Arizona. Now the Jets. KJ Shepardson. Puka Williams Jr. or Javon Hawkins is the pick right there. For the Dolphins, I think I'm gonna go another. I'm gonna go Puka as well. Brendan James. For them, I'm gonna Kerry Vincent Jr. Chargers, I'm gonna go Robert Rochelle. For the Jets, Joshua Cato. Spencer Brown for the Buffalo Bills. For the Joshua Myers for them, so they're gonna have more. Brayley Moore, Rodorius Williams, Cameron Brame, Ernest James. See, now in like round 5, 6, and 7 is where you would really have to study. I know some of these guys because I've done multiple mock drafts throughout the offseason. Like some of these guys, 5, 6, and 7 is like depth or practice squad. Garrett Willow. Secure Brown. Linebacker. KJ Britt. Dylan Moses. Nora Gray. Green Bay gets Derek Barnes, wide receiver. Guard. Oh, tackle. I'm going to go Cole Van Lane. Protect Aaron Rodgers. Give Aaron Rodgers some weapons. Bryce Thompson. Elijah Mitchell. For them. For shits and giggles, let's give them Jamie Newman. The Patriots. Chuba Hubbard. Daz Newsome. James Wage. I believe he can play out of position. Niners need some help. Jacob Harris. Kansas City. Okay. Let's do that. Sorry about that, guys. And Shy. And a guard. Jones Smith. Round 6. James Sherwood. Anthony Hines III. He wants safety. DB, safety DB. Wide receiver. Guard. DB. Tackle. Okay. The edge rusher. They needed an edge rusher. Robinson, best guy available in that position. Larry Broom. Tremaine Terry. Okay. I think Christian Upper Off would be a good pick right here. Good value pick. Giants. Drake Johnson. Jalen Moore. That'll be Jalen Moore. I believe this guy would be next. I think Anthony Nunn. Isaiah McDuffie. Michael Bennett. Chris Brown. I hear the ladies telling. Orkins. Safety. We are almost done, ladies and gentlemen. Ernest Brown, the fifth, I believe, the fourth. And now all these guys are just value picks from here on out. Mark Gilbert. Kane. Trey Walker. Anthony Kyle Granson. Anthony Swartz. Tommy Doyle. Antonio Phillips. Ben Mason. Boom. DB. Linebacker. Wide receiver. Wide receiver. DB. Alright. Last round, ladies and gentlemen. I want to thank you guys for watching. Please be sure to like and subscribe. Tap that little bell on that YouTube app so you all never miss an upload. And after this, I'm gonna go over team by team's picks. And I just want to really thank you guys for watching. I know this has been a really long stream. I mean, not really talking and all that. But I didn't play with Brianna and all them tonight, so it felt weird, and I wanted to get on the stream with you guys. So as I just make picks of people that might be on the roster, might not for every single team. I want to tell you about the upcoming projects I have. We just released a newest episode of Cage Talk, and that was a success. We talked about the new Mortal Kombat movie that came out recently. I liked it. It felt a little too short for my liking, because it was like an hour and 20 minutes, I believe. I lost track. But it was a good movie. No doubt, no questions asked. It was 100% a good movie. The only thing that I would change is I would have made it like maybe 20 minutes longer. I believe this is our last pick for Arizona, right? Yeah. And I'm going to go D lineman. O'Brien, Goodson. They forfeited their pick. William Sherman. We traded that to move up. Let's give them the Wildcat. Wildcat gets drafted. Taquan Graham. Frank Darby. Delane Haynes. Robert Jones. Backup QB, he won't even make the roster. Tony Fields the second. D lineman. Tight end. D line. D end. QB. Tackle. That one. And Mr. Irrelevant is Darius Stills. And that's the draft. We got Zach Will. We got an A. Full results. My results. A, all A's, but the Slater's a D. Parsons is a C. C, C, C. C, A, B. A, B, B, A, B, A, B, A, B. B plus B, 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 C, don't know why that's a C, D, B, 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 B. Okay. So it's looking like I did a decent job on the picks. Travis Etienne, Kadarius Toney, Brevin Jordan, I like that. Marvin Wilson, I like that. Okay. What do you guys think my grade was for your favorite team? Please let me know in the comments below. Tap that little bell on that YouTube app so you guys never miss an upload. And I'll see you guys on the next one. Peace. I'm just gonna go see if it tells me the final grade for every team. 'Cause I have a lot of A's, a lot of C's, some B's. I have like maybe like a couple D's. Okay, overall grade for Arizona was a B plus. B plus for the Falcons. A, B, 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 B. I've never seen that many B's in my life. C for the Broncos. B, 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 B. A, B, 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 A, B, 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 A, B, 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 B. Boom. Alright, I'll see you guys on the next one. Take it easy. Good night and goodbye. God bless.